Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So please do not mind my hair. I'm in my bad hair week. I've been carrying my hair like this. Let's just say I'm trying to put it in more protective styles. I don't think you guys have been following the series that I've been posting on my YouTube shorts, but I'm talking about little fixes you can do to navigate life. So I talked about having a routine, like having a plan, is something you have to follow through, a system where you commit yourself to doing something every day. You write out a plan, maybe you want to learn this skill, or maybe you want to get better at video editing or something. So every day you make plans, and maybe you also want to learn other things along the line. So you just have an outline for what you want to do every day, and following through on those plans are also very important, because you find out that the more you commit yourself to things and then you end up achieving those things that you propose for yourself, it gives you more confidence. It helps you feel better about yourself, because you see that, oh yes, I'm able to plan this, I'm able to commit myself to this, and I'm also able to achieve this. Whenever you make the plan, just try and follow through. Even if you don't end up following through all the way, maybe you just end up doing just 2 things out of like 4 things that you thought you wanted to do that day. It's fine. You can just continue another day. Life feels more difficult when you're idle, when you don't have anything to do. Try to challenge yourself every day. It doesn't have to be all grand, or it can just be little steps you do every day, just making sure you grow. Don't stay idle. It's when you're idle that your mind keeps wandering, you keep overthinking, you keep ruminating on thoughts that are not healthy. You just constantly berate yourself, constantly complaining about yourself and life. But I feel like when you have something to do, you have something to channel your energy to. You don't always have to be busy every time, but there is a need to have something tangible to do. So secondly, I also want to stress on the need of a reward system. Apart from the fact that you have to commit yourself to something, you also have to have a reward system. You have to reward yourself. You're working so hard at your work or whatever you do. You also have to have a plan where you take care of yourself, like, that self-care. It doesn't have to be all spa date and going out. It doesn't have to be something grand. You can just basically watch a movie, maybe throughout the day, you end up editing and studying and all of that. Then in the night, me basically, if I work throughout the day, in the night, I just have to rest. I have to watch a movie. I just love watching series. So that's my cooling off period. You get, normally I listen to music like every now and then, even when I'm working. So music there, but just basically a reward system, something you have to do to calm yourself, to help you regulate more, to give you that dopamine boost. Connection is one thing that I would say that man is in desperate need of, something that is very important in life. Life is not something you do in isolation. There is a very strong need for connection. You don't have to have a large circle. You can just have like 3 friends that you really connect with, family members. Even God said it is not good for man to be alone. And it was not just only referring to like marriage. There is just an importance of connection in general. Take your relationship very serious. If I tell you I love you, I mean it. I don't say things I don't mean. I put my heart into every relationship I have. My friends, my family, like if you're my friend, you're my friend. I'm thinking about you. There is a need to have a connection with a spiritual being. Man needs to be connected to God at the core, and then having a connection with your fellow human beings. Connections you have can be like a very strong currency. And then there's gratitude. You guys have probably heard this 1,000,001 times. The Bible says, count your blessings, name them one by one, and to surprise you what the Lord has done. It's very real, because when we start to cast our mind back, sometimes you're going through some seasons of your life and it just feels like, is there really going to be a way out? Am I really going to get through this? But then it's over and you can't even remember that this was even a problem. It's just so crazy how our mind can just get so fixated on some things at some certain points, and it just feels like an impossible task to overcome. But then you just get through that, and in hindsight you're like, oh my God, was this really something I was thinking about? Was this really an issue? And apart from the fact that in life there will always be something, that's just the annoying part. Like, can life just be so smooth? Can it just be no hurdles, no circles, twists and turns? Can't it just be like a very smooth road you're just sliding through? But no, we have to struggle. And that's how we found ourselves in this life. So we have to try and navigate that life. So I'll just say that you just have to try as much as possible to keep the progress in front of you. See, I was like, oh my god, this course, how do I study for this course? How do I get through this? Oh my god, this exam is so difficult. Oh my god, I've not read. I'm just reading. Exam is next 2 weeks. My mates have already finished reading and I'm just reading. God, please, how do I go through this? Or maybe you're battling with some courses. Maybe the course you're like me that was doing 100 level courses in 400 level because I was a transfer student. So I'm like, oh my god, how do I do all these courses this semester? Oh god. And you have to read and all these things, complaining and all. Then I've graduated and I'm like, I really passed through that. I'm so grateful. I know that I'm not yet there. You know, when you come out of school, you're still thinking of what next, blah, 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 blah. What am I going to do in my life? I don't want to just be dormant. I want to be moving. You just remind yourself that, okay, I'm not there yet, but where I am now is an answered prayer, because I was praying to get to this level, and now I am here now. Like, I am here now and I cannot go back. So thank God. Or maybe there was a time that someone in your family was sick. It was a really challenging time and you guys went through that. God delivered you and now you've forgotten and you're in another problem and you feel like God has not answered any prayer. Really, it's just very difficult. That's just how the brain works. I won't blame anybody because it happens to the most of us. I really listen to mental health podcasts very often, psychology and all. Like, it's very fascinating. So they said there's a method like to also help navigate life. Like, if you wake up in the morning, you list things that you're grateful for. Like, write it down. I'm grateful for this. I have family members. I have friends. I overcame this challenge yesterday. Just, keeping the growth in front of you. Don't let your challenges cover it and cloud your field of vision, and then all you see is what is in front of you. Just basically try your best to recall what you've overcome. Yeah, it helps to navigate life. I know the 67 of you that are really riding with me. I'm so grateful to you guys. Even though sometimes it's just so challenging. Sometimes you just post a video and nobody is watching. It's just like you just have like 8 views and well, it's alright. I'm like, oh my god, I'm just really making this video for myself. But yeah, sometimes it's really for myself though. But then this message I'm delivering is not just for myself, right? I'm posting it for people to be changed, to help people out there. So whatever, we grow every day, we keep growing. We're not there, we'll just keep striving for progress. I hope this video will help you in some way, even if it's just a little way. Just learn one or two from these videos. Bye, see you in my next video.